loves, today I'm going to give you the number one secret 99% of photographers don't know that will give you a successful and profitable photography business, not just this year, but for years to come. I'm Law, and I'm a boudoir photographer and business and marketing mentor, helping creatives turn their passion into profits. On this channel, I share tips, tricks, and hacks to having a wildly successful and profitable photography business. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely go subscribe and hit that bell button. You may have noticed that I speak specifically to photographers in my videos and in my content. This is a business principle or strategy that we'll discuss sometime in another video, but I also want you to know that most of my business and marketing advice applies to not just photographers, but all service-based businesses. So what we're going to touch on today is also something that applies to all businesses. So here's what you have to understand in order to have a business that is not only profitable now, but stays profitable year after year after year. The world we live in is constantly evolving, and as technology changes and evolves, so does how people shop, how they buy, how they behave. Therefore, as business owners, we have to also continually be aware and understand these shifts that are happening around us, and that in order to actually be able to serve our clients and market to them in ways that align with what is currently going on. So, for example, I released a video about a month or so ago, and one of my photographers who took my original business boudoir bootcamp questioned the new content by saying, well, I thought you said that we needed to do this on our website. Well, the thing is that most new business owners don't understand is that things change. What worked 10 years or even 2 years ago may not work optimally now. Business, just as the world we live in, is an ever-evolving entity. Now, yes, there are some classic business principles that have stood the test of time, but how do you know which ones to keep and which ones aren't working anymore and when you need to evolve? This comes down to constantly watching your stats, tracking your stats, and testing and tweaking for optimal results. It means as life around us changes and advances, as technology changes, we must be paying attention because consumer behavioral patterns will change, including purchasing behaviors. So we have to know who our ideal client is and what they're doing when they're wanting what we offer. So marketing and websites, therefore, are an ever-evolving process. So what worked, like I said, a few years ago may not always stay the top performing and most effective way of doing it now. This is part of the value that we actually offer our marketing services. We are always keeping up to date on the most cutting edge business and marketing techniques for photographers, and always tracking what is working best and getting the best ROI for our photographers, and in turn also helping them serve their ideal clients how they want to be served. This makes our photographers the top go-to photographers in their area because they're staying at the top of their game. They are evolving and making sure that they are serving their clients in updated ways. So, of course, if you're just starting out and you're not ready to outsource or hire a team member to do those things for you, to watch those stats, tweak, do your marketing, optimize, and watch for market behavioral changes as the world around us changes, you can also do this yourself now that you're aware that it's something that you need to pay attention to. So if you're going to do it yourself, the best place to start is by first understanding who your ideal client is and really getting inside of their head. You can't market to them with the right message in the right places at the right time until you understand how your ideal clients think, what they value, what it is that they truly want, where they're going, and what their purchasing behaviors are. So understanding this first is critical, and this will be different based on your location and your business structure. So for boutique photographers specifically, I explain who your ideal client is in one of my videos. I will link that above and in the description below if you want to go watch it. The second step, if you're going to be doing all of this yourself, is going to be tracking your ROI on your marketing strategies, both free and paid. I'll share my ROI worksheet and the video on how to calculate your ROI below, and I'll also give you a copy of my progress report that we have our photographers fill out in our marketing services so that you too can track your progress. It's really critical that you track and watch what is happening in your business. This isn't about getting tons and tons of people to know about you and getting tons and tons of leads. It's about knowing who your ideal client is, how to speak to them, when to speak to them, and where to speak to them. It's about quality and how many of those quality leads are actually turning into paying clients. It's about tracking and knowing what your return on investment is. This is how you have a profitable business for years, is making sure that you're optimizing your ROI. The third step is to always keep a journal of any changes you make in your business and the dates that you implement them. For example, we also manage the landing pages for our marketing service photography clients, and anytime we want to test something, we make only one single change. We document it in our journals, whether it's website or marketing journals, with the date that we made that change. And then we test that single change for a minimum of 30 days in order to collect enough data to see if that change gave us a positive result, a negative result, or was completely neutral and had no effect at all. So these things take time. I know this stat and number tracking and optimization and tweaking isn't typically fun for creatives, but it is one of the most critical secrets of having a business that is wildly successful and profitable long term. It is an absolute must, and I'm telling you, it is part of the 20% that yields 80% of the results in any business. Finally, make sure to pay attention to and really listen to your clients. You should already be doing this, but make notes and listen to what they're saying, what they're doing, how they're acting, and what they're expressing value in. Then, if you start to see any changes in any of those trends, pay attention. Don't make any immediate changes, but be aware and observe. If it's something that is consistent over a period of time, start thinking about how you may want to tweak your business based on that new information. So maybe to give an example, let's take the gluten-free food trend. If you were a business who had products that contained gluten, you would have had a team member, or you should have had a team member, that was staying up to date on the latest marketing changes and behaviors. So when you notice this new gluten-free trend, you wouldn't probably have ran out and made a new gluten-free product to add to your existing products, but you would have made note and observed it for a while. And then once you saw the significance of this trend and maybe started getting messages or hearing from your ideal market that they were wanting more gluten-free options, especially in what you offer, you would then have gone to your team and gotten serious about developing and testing a gluten-free product for your product line. Hopefully that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. I think really what my point is don't make any sudden changes, but always be watching, tracking, and being aware of your market, and make changes slowly by testing them a little bit at a time. Make sure you guys download my freebies below to help you track your progress and your business results so that you can build a successful business, not just this year, but for years into the future. Hit the like button if you found this information helpful. It really helps YouTube know that this is good information for photographers, and in turn will help me reach and help more photographers go from starving to thriving. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already, and if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. I will see you guys in the next video.